Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 10 minutes. I think I'm going to watch Boeing out of the opening gates, ticker symbol BA right here, but that is always subject to change. So we'll see how things play out over the next 10 minutes. All right, I'm going to be watching for a break of 125 on BA out of the opening gates, risking right around $400 if it doesn't work out. So we're going to watch it very closely here. Market opens up here in about, well, really any second now. So there's the open. So if it looks like it's going to get up through 125, I will hop in. But right now, pulling back a bit, which is good. What is that high? So I'm going to go to 124.50 now, actually. If it can get back up there. But right now, pulling back some. So letting some of the sellers out. Like I said, let's see if this thing wants to work back up. So there it's trying to go. So I'm in. And now it's a question of, can it work its way up? And yes, it can. Can it get up over 126? Now it's kind of pulling back on me a little bit here. So we'll see if it wants to work its way back up. So can it get back over 125? Is the question right now. $124.50, definitely being stubborn. Let's see what it wants to do here. There it is at 124.50 again. Got the break. Can it get over 125? There we go. Got the break there. All right, I'm just taking my profit and moving. This isn't, well, is that the break finally right here? Just wouldn't quite move in my direction. Now it is, so maybe shame on me, but I'll take it. So opening trade, nothing big, but let's see what else I can find. Well, and you can see now, just level 2s proved to be right. What are level 2s? These over here really helped me make that decision, and you can see just completely, pulled back. It still may recover, but I was right to think that breakout just wasn't quite as strong as what I was looking for. So I feel very good about just hopping out where I did, but like I said, let's see what else I can find. And I'm going to get short here, ZM at 145, risking right around $300 or so. But I think this thing's got a desire to head down lower. So let's see if it can get down to 144. Well, it started to bounce there a little bit, so I'm just going to take my $76. So up 144, and we're not even 10 minutes into the day. Actually missed out on that a little bit. Wanted to get in at 146. In fact, where did I alert this? Yeah. So as a quick little example here, I'm going to let the video run so we can see what happens. Here's the alert I made in the chat room. So right there, you can see that the flush point was 146. So technically speaking, I suppose I did chase it down $1, which is probably why I was that much more aggressive with it, because I knew I had chased in the back of my mind. I still felt good about it. It still worked out very clearly, but now you can see the bounce back upward. So again, the tool of level 2s proved to be very, very beneficial there. But again, had I been gotten in at the 146, then yeah, that would have definitely been a much better trade. But I'm actually now interested in this one here on the back test right here. So what is that, 148? Yeah, so if this wants to actually bounce up a little bit more, I may be interested again. But regardless, up a nice 144 in 10 minutes. All right, I think, oh, never mind. I was going to hit 143, but that fast, it left me in its dust. So never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Unless it wants to bounce back up to about 144.50. Where is that? Yeah, 144.50. Actually, I should make that 145. So if it wants to come back up on a back test, I would be interested in that, but wasn't quite quick enough there. All right, I think this one wants to at least retest probably 241, but I'll give it a little wiggle room here. Like I said, I think this thing's got a desire to go down there and at least retest 241. So there is essentially the retest. So out there for 267 on the scalp. I am up 411 now. Let's see what else I can find. NVDA now headed to new highs. So actually could have done a little bit better as it did crack down below the 41 mark. But you know, given I was against the trend there, that's why I wanted to just make it a quick micro scalp. But looking for the same type of philosophy, looking for it to move up some more, then to show me some sort of weakness. But as of right now, I'd like to see this just continue to, I mean, ideally get up over 245 and then start to show some signs of weakness for another potential scalp. But overall, very glad that I just hopped out where I did. That was all part of the plan to begin with. But let's see if this thing wants to get up over 245. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get short 100 shares here. And I'm risking just 100 shares because I'm not going to give back my gains. And I got other stuff I have to do today. So risking right around $150-ish. So I'm either going to be up, you know, right around $200. My math isn't the strongest suit. Or if this thing does want to roll back over, then we'll see what sort of upside I'm looking at here. But as of right now, it is rolling over. So now the question just becomes, how far down does it want to roll over? I'm going to put a stop there just to make sure that this is a winning trade at this point in time. So at this point, it's a winning trade. Now the only question becomes, how big of a winning trade is it going to be? Because I have no idea how far down this thing might want to roll over. But at this point, I'm making money on it, at least 25 bucks. Ideally, a lot more because this thing rolls back over. But at this point, like I said, figure I'll just make sure that this is indeed a winning trade. So let me repeat that again. This is the best spot to be in as traders. Not if I make money, but how much money am I going to make? What a great spot to be in. Because I have no idea how far down this could potentially go down. But if it doesn't and it bounces, well then, I'm still making money. So talk about a stress-free spot to be in as a trader. It does seem to be showing quite a bit of strength though. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this bounce and take me out. And right there was the bounce. So like I said, nothing big at all, $25, but you know, there's quite a few learning lessons in that. I was not going to risk giving away my entire day by going some sort of big position size. But I was also, again, like I said, that's the goal as traders, to put yourselves in those spots where you have no idea. All you know is that you're going to make money. You just don't know how much money you're going to make, and that is pure power. And there's the bounce there. So I was right. It was showing some signs of strength. But like I said, at that point, it was looking like it had a very real chance to potentially roll back over. It didn't. Oh well, still walked away with $25, so I'll take it. Okay, I have an order to go short at 120.50. Let's see, what is that high? I'm going to put a stop up there at 121.75. So risking right around 125, let's call it 120, 150 with slippage. Like I said, this is either going to roll back over. This is more so based on the 5-minute time frame. Let me actually change this to 5-minute, because this is what I'm basing my decision on. Playing the back test here. So this thing's either going to roll back over, or like I said, it's going to, so I need to be down there at 119 as potential area to pull some profit off the table. But either way, like I said, I'm going to have a green day. It's just a matter of, is it going to be a little less than what I have right now, or is it going to be a little bit more? But let's see if this thing wants to roll back over here. So what I'll do right now is I'll pause it, and if it looks like the price is going to start to go in my direction, whether it be to stop me out or in my direction in the positive, then I'll get the video rolling again. But right now, just kind of, well, now it's approaching that 120 mark. Looking like 120 is definitely going to be that key break point, where if it can flush back below there, then that would be looking like it'll be the level that will really kind of unleash the hounds, if you will. So, all right, I'll pause it. All right, well, now it's going against me and all out there. So took a loss on that one, and that leaves me up $300 on the day. We're 37 minutes in, so $300 for 37 minutes. That's, what is that, like still $100 every 10 minutes. I'll take it, but again, the lesson there is that's why I reduced my size, just because, had I done 300 shares or 500 shares, I mean, that loss would have been much bigger. But I was there. It was looking like it might have had some potential, but now it's bouncing back, so it is what it is. Earlier I mentioned that chat room, and I showed you alert for the ZM. So if you're interested in joining that, or at least learning more, you can go to claytrader.com/team. And the way to approach that, and we'll use this because there's a couple different pricing structures, but we'll just use the $99 for 3 months. The question, the way you approach that is, do I believe the service will bring me more value than $8.25 per week? Because that's what that pricing breaks down to, $8.25, not per day, but per week. So if you think the service can bring you more value than $8.25 per week, then you will get a great return on your investment. So keep an eye on that, and like I said, go check that out. There is an app also, so it's not like you have to stay chained to your computer or anything like that, but you get the live chat room. I send out a weekly newsletter with my personal scans. So there's a lot of good stuff there. As far as this video is concerned, if you enjoyed it, if you would like for me to keep on making these live trade videos, then the easiest way to communicate that to me is hit that like button. Also, leave a comment down below. Any questions or whatever you may have. I pride myself in reading and replying to all comments, so leave comments. And then also check out the channel as a whole. Lots of other live trade videos, all sorts of different types of content. So hopefully after checking out the channel, you decide to hit that subscribe button and become a subscriber. So thanks for hanging out. I'll see you back for the next video. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.